Mr. Landis's first workforce.
The black people?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, a lot of them were escaped slaves.
Wow.
And this was all forest at one point in time, so they could come up here and hide out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I
Yeah.
never knew that. I
A
thought,
lot of people don't.
wow. I thought it was like the Welsh family or something
No.
like that.
No.
So he actually,
She'd
Well-
take $1 a day, which was a lot of money in those days, even though it doesn't sound like a lot to us now.
right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So just watch you don't bump into anything, honey. I don't want you tripping. This is Mr. Landis himself.
Oh, okay, that's Landis, huh?
Yeah. He was, this was a sculpture done by a very famous Italian artist called Giuseppe Torrini, who was up in
Giuseppe
New
Torrini.
York. And Mr. Landis was about 40 years old at the time when this was made.
Wow.
And way up there on the wall, you see one of our earliest maps of Vineland. And the little pink square was actually all there was of Vineland at that point in time. It was only 1 square mile from Park Avenue to Chestnut Avenue, East Avenue to West Avenue. And the rest of it was all called Landis Township.
Oh,
But people still considered it all to be part of Vineland, so.
wow. So who bought the rest of the territory?
Mr. Landis,
Wow.
he owned everything. And a lot of people didn't like him because of that. They said he was trying to be a king.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was
No,
just
he was
trying to make a
trying.
new town where working people could come and live
Yeah.
and be happy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he made a pretty good town.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I mean, it's getting better, ain't it?
Well, we always keep hope for the future.
Right.
So these are just some artifacts from our early days of Vineland, except for the TV. just pretend that's not
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm not going to put that in. And that would be officer?
That was one of our first police officers,
Wow. What was his name? Do you know?
Charles Green.
Charles Green.
And his biggest problem in those days was chasing little boys who tied firecrackers to puppy dog tails.
7th anniversary
Yeah.
settlement
Yeah.
of Violent.
Yeah, they loved to party in those days.
Wow. I always say I wish I was like, you know, living
Back in time, yeah.
back in
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Everything like was
Yeah.
like the wood, everything just, I don't know.
Well, if you didn't have it, you made it.
Yeah.
Or grew it. Or
but
built it.
they made it better,
Yeah.
you know?
So, one of the most important events that occurred in Vineland back in 1867, they had a suffrage convention here. That meant women were fighting for the right to vote,
Okay.
and they decided to have the first state convention here.
Uh-huh.
And this is the little voting box that the ladies used.
Wow.
And this was a picture of them in a place called the Union Hall, where voting was always held.
So they were fighting for the vote for
Yeah.
it says that
Yeah,
voted for a woman.
yeah, in 1868, the 172
Box.
Vineland women got together, and they held what was then the largest protest in the entire country
Wow.
for women's rights to vote.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Women can do anything, you know, better than men.
and you'll notice this lady over here, she's one of my personal favorites,
Mary Tilton?
Mary Tillotson. She believed that women should wear pants because
Yeah,
you could move better, which meant your body felt better, and you could think better if you have more blood flowing to your brain.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, in 1874, she held the country's first anti-fashion convention in Vineland in order to get women interested in wearing pants.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Because everything back then was
always wearing a dress.
dress or,
I would have been one of the ones getting dressed as a boy to go fight in the Civil War.
yeah.
Because there's
but
no way I would have worn a dress every day.
no.
So, and this is just a little exhibit we put up about all the different anniversary celebrations over the years.
Those seats have any significance?
Those were from the Unitarian Church, which was one of the oldest churches in Vineland. It used to be located right across the street,
Uh-huh.
so. And that's another picture of Mr. Landis at the center above the stage there.
Oh, that's him right there?
Yeah, when he was a little older, he had his portrait painted.
Wow.
Man had a lot of troubles over the years, so.
Did he?
Yeah, we'll talk a little more about his family when we get upstairs.
Okay. Beautiful furniture.
And this is Mr. Landis's.
People were smaller back then, right?
In some cases, yeah, yeah. This
Wow.
was Mr. Landis's desk and office chair when he ran the post office from his home.
Oh, wow. So this was his desk?
Mm-hmm. He
wow.
was appointed Vineland's first postmaster by President Grant in 1874, I think it was.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, and this was our first post office box. Because it wasn't until after the Civil War that we had more than a few hundred people living here.
Wow.
So-
And that's a cubicle.
Yeah,
bulk?
where you put all the mail and the envelopes and stuff, yeah.
That's like what, like for
Oh, it's actually a paperweight.
oh, paperweight. Oh, I thought it was one
It's
of
made
those.
to look like one, yeah. This was his safe, where he kept all of his records from properties that were sold here in Vineland.
Even the safes were made
Solid cast iron,
to attract. Yeah.
and
Solid cast.
and I worry that I'm gonna come in one day and it's gonna be in the basement, because it's gonna fall right through the floor.
Wow. Yeah. I hope not.
This is a little exhibit on our early schools. See, back in the day, you guys didn't just go to school. You got up, you did your chores around the house, and then you went off to the factory with your dad, where you worked, and earned maybe 50 cents a week.
I had to give it to your
Had
parents.
to give it to the parents,
Yep.
right? If you were lucky, you got a penny
A penny
to
or
go to
something.
the general store and get a bag of penny candy, but in those days, that bag would have been about this big.
Yeah.
So you got your money's
You got
worth.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a horn chair.
Oh, that's beautiful. That actual horn too?
Yes, sir. They-
Wow.
From the horns of a longhorn steer. At that point in time, they were moving, everybody was heading west and shooting anything that moved,
Yeah.
so.
Wow. That's beautiful. I love these things.
I know, they're so cool.
Yeah. It just relaxing when you hear
Yeah.
it.
Now, glass was a very important industry in all of South Jersey, not just Vineland. So I'll let you guys look around here.
Okay.
Back in that corner, we have our tribute to Dr. Welch, who started grape juice making in Vineland in 1869.
Look at the glass they made. Beautiful. We found bottles like this at home. Well, we have it at home, and they're pretty old.
Okay.
We have one like this. That one right there,
Cool, milk bottle.
the milk bottle.
Yeah,
We have one, yeah. And little small ones,
Yeah.
really, really old. And one like that, but like in a green color. It has that shade color. Yeah. I'll probably bring it to. You could donate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You donate.
If you want to send me a picture, I'll give you my business card, and you
Yeah.
can just email me a picture, and I'll let
Definitely.
you know if it's something.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at this.
Paperweights,
Paperweights.
not something you guys would know about since you don't work with paper that much
Yeah.
anymore.
They will put that on top of the paper so
Yeah.
it won't fly in the air.
This is one of my favorite pictures in here.
Which one?
This is a blow up of a postcard. That was her job, was to stand in that big fake bottle
Oh,
on the
wow.
boardwalk. Holly Beach was the original name of Wildwood, and sell 5-cent
That is
glasses
so
of grape
cool.
juice to people.
Wow. Yeah, 'cause we made the best grapes, right?
Yep,
And wine.
yep. But the grape juice started here in 1869. Nobody had ever done it before Dr. Welch, so.
Yeah. I used to live in a house on Cherry Street.
Oh, okay.
And they have marked somebody have marked a date, and it says something about grape, you know, so, you know, it got me the interest of,
Well, good, good.
if you go to my house, my kids will tell you it's nothing but antiques. I love antiques.
Yeah, I had to give up collecting when I sold my mom's house and moved to an apartment.
Yeah.
Not enough room.
Not enough room?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
just kept my favorite stuff and sold the rest.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know about you, I always actually like the bottles I have, is something like these. And something like these. I have one like this, and it actually has you could tell it was something that came from a pharmacy.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
We
real
got
small.
more pharmaceutical bottles over on that wall, so.
Yeah, let me see. That's.
He was the guy who blew that tube
Oh wow.
about 150 years ago.
You did a good job. Board of Pharmacy. Yeah, we got these. So these are, look, Angel. This one, they're all medicine ones. So the ones we found were medicine ones.
Very,
Wait,
yeah,
yeah,
very likely.
yeah.
Except in those days, medicine pretty much consisted of 90% alcohol. So after you swallowed some, you didn't care what you had.
Yeah, I heard that from what's his name? He died not too long ago. Popcorn. You ever heard Popcorn?
No.
It's a guy he used to make moonshine a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, older fella, and he has a YouTube channel. He ended up passing away,
Yeah.
but he was one of those mountain men from back
Oh, okay.
in. Yeah,
Okay.
and they would make moonshine back then.
We're hoping to start our own YouTube channel pretty soon, so
Yeah, it'll be cool.
yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
love these stuff.
Well, we don't know that we're gonna be able to do the school tours again this year. We lost them last year, and we don't think we'll see them again this year, so we figure that's a good way to help the kids see something of their history.
It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, well,
You know, I mean,
thank
yeah,
goodness we're all still here.
we're still here. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
What?
Got like a ladder in it.
Yeah, why would that have a ladder in it?
Oh, because in those days, a lot of people couldn't read and write,
Uh-huh.
so it was the shape and color of the bottle that told them what was inside of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool. We have bottles like this.
Yeah.
And I bought it from a man that he was going to throw it away. So he wanted $1 for a box, and I just took it
Good.
in a flea market.
Vineland stuff is very hot on eBay right now. Usually anything you put out there, people will grab like crazy.
Yeah, I try not to sell,
Yeah,
but
that's my favorite stuff over there. I love those colors.
this is nice.
Oh, sugar, careful, sweetheart. Yeah, it belonged to a friend of mine. He made it fall off a shelf. So after I smacked him, I made him give it to me. Because this way you can see inside, and you can see how they put an extra layer of color in there. Yeah,
You seen these things?
glass buttons.
Glass buttons.
And that gold thread that's going around it, and that's all glass.
That's beautiful. And that takes a long time, right?
Oh, yeah.
To make glass buttons. That's an eye. No,
Flower.
flower. Okay.
And over in the corner, we got Barbie walking her dog.
Barbie? Barbie's here?
Girl.
Oh, wise. That's
That was
nice.
made by a local gentleman named Joe Louisi. He passed away a couple years ago.
Did he pass away?
Yeah.
Girl walking dog donated by Joseph Louisi.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful. Whoever made that.
Yeah. Very talented man.
Very talented.
A little crazy, but very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice box.
That was the trunk that belonged to Mr. Duran, the gentleman who owned the Vineland Flint Glass Works. And he would pack his glass inside there to take it out to sell it to people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So the Rand school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't get off that thing. That is so beautiful. I mean,
Yeah, he made me come to his house one day because he has his own private museum in his basement. And he had a whole cellar full of them.
Are you serious?
All playing tennis and playing in the park, and then he would do like rock and roll bands and
Oh my God.
all kinds of stuff.
And he wasn't. He was real talented.
He was very talented. He was also a musician and a singer and did the glassware. And
Wow. He was well known.
locally, he was among the older people.
Okay.
Yeah, they knew who he was. He did a lot of public performances in his day.
Handmade opal glass. That is beautiful. That's they can't even replicate those right now. You see that? That's made by glass. That's not China, Chinese
if you
stuff.
guys ever see this stuff, you can touch it. That's called cullet.
Look at that.
And that was made when the glass would leak out of the tank and fall into the ground and mix with the dirt and the rocks.
Look at the horses.
And the reason this green is important is because the sand here in South Jersey had a lot of iron in it, and that created the green colors, and it's actually called Jersey green. So if you ever see this stuff around any place,
What is it called? Jersey green?
cullet is what it's called.
Yeah, well, I seen
Yeah.
one time. I
Yeah,
don't know
if
what.
you ever see pieces of it around any place, grab it up, because that probably means a glass factory was in operation wherever you find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of these guys had little backyard shops, and they were
Yeah.
spread out all over town.
We-
But you see, it comes in a lot of different colors.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I never seen these colors.
Yeah,
so.
just depending upon what.
Oh, so the black one.
Yeah,
Angel, the black one that I was showing you yesterday. Remember?
yeah. So if you got a piece of it, grab it up.
It almost looks like a rock, right?
Mhm.
That we have one at home,
Okay.
but it's actually like a rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can see the
It's-
glass
Yeah.
and gold,
Yep.
a little bit of gold. So that's why I have.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because they would mix different chemicals in with the glass to make the different colors.
Wow, so that and I literally was showing him yesterday. I said, listen, this because I was moving things around. I was like, what do you think this is? And look where we at. We find out.
There you go.
It's crazy.
See, you came here today for a reason.
Yeah, everything I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. The world is crazy, right?
Yep. Always has been, always will be.
I know.
Okay, so we ready to take a walk upstairs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Allergies.
Oh, terrible this time of year.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What's your hand painted, right?
Yep. Early Vineland residence. Okay, so on this wall and in here, we have the Italians, the Jews, and the Greeks, who were the first European immigrants to move to Vineland.
Yeah, the Italian.
And then what I'm going to do on this wall is I'm going to add in the Latinos, the Russians, the Germans, and all the other people, because
Oh, that was nice. That's nice.
Vineland's got a lot of different
Yeah,
populations.
because the Italians came, then the Puerto Ricans came.
Actually, they didn't come till like the 1940s in force.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they've got almost 100-year history.
And now the Puerto Ricans are moving further, and now you're seeing like
the Mexicans, the Asian people.
Yeah.
Yeah, people from different countries have always come to Vineland. So.
Yeah. This is Jewish right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jewish. Do you like music? Huh? I don't know if you noticed those. They're all handmade. My brother, who knows guitars, he says it's carved out of a single piece of wood.
Beautiful.
That guitar at the center there. I just think that's so cool.
That is so beautiful. Picking cotton or it looks like no, right here.
Oh no, they're probably some kind of vegetable.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Look like. Look at the brooch. Huh. That's a little brooch ladies will wear.
Okay, so this is all life in Vineland, the people, the government, clubs, all that kind of thing. So you guys go ahead and look, and any questions, just let me know.
That's folk art, I would think, right?
Yeah, all hand carved. I was telling the boys that my brother, who knows about guitars, he says the guitar at the center there
Right.
was carved out of one piece of wood.
That's beautiful. Oh, this one right here?
Yeah,
One piece of wood?
one piece of wood.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
The glasses back then were made out of sterling silver, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Look at the flags.
Or isn't that the,
Look, this is Vineland right here.
yeah.
I mean, Landis. Look. Look, guys. This is where the church, yeah.
Yeah, it's East Landis Avenue.
East
When
Landis.
Sears was down on that side of town instead of being at
Yeah,
this
Sears was where my lawyer is at right now.
Yeah.
And so
And see the gas pumps right there outside
Yeah.
of the car dealership.
that is so hot,
It
man.
is a
I
cool
should've
picture.
got
Huh?
It is a really cool picture. There's
Yeah.
another one behind it. I haven't had a chance to hang them up yet, but this one I like too because it shows the circle before it was the circle.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
What's this?
What?
Is that light?
It's a bicycle light. Huh?
Oh, that's a little bicycle back
Yeah.
then. They would put like
You just hook it onto your bicycle and it usually had like a little bit of kerosene.
kerosene.
Yeah, in the bottom.
Those things are rare, you know.
Yeah.
They put the bolt under.
Huh? Well, they will build it, little, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like big tweezers.
They will build it little by little to the hole right here with their hands.
And this lady over here, her name is Mary Treat. She became very famous for discovering a lot of different insects and plants, some of which are named after her. So,
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
that's the one. You see it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have a.
oh, you're in the organization, sir?
No, I'm not, but I like it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah. So you were maybe a mason or something in your last life.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
I mean,
Yeah.
I love everything but antiques. It's almost like I actually said that one time.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
In Gettysburg, right?
Yeah.
When Lincoln did his address,
Uh-huh.
did they give out bookmarks like you know like
Like souvenirs from the
souvenirs and
occasion?
stuff like that? Yeah.
I personally have never seen one, but I've seen different types of like things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have been bookmarks, but I've seen different souvenirs.
Souvenirs?
Like that, so. That's the old Vineland High School.
That's Vineland High School.
Once
I
upon a
mean,
time.
well, Vineland
Now it's the
or
board of ed
Landis
office, yeah.
School.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1928.
Mhm. And this is an authentic Japanese kamikaze flag
Oh, that is so hot.
that a Vineland man brought back after he did his service during World War II in the Pacific.
That is so cool.
A couple of years ago, the Japanese government put out a call to have them return to either the families or their communities.
Uh-huh.
So we sent in all the paperwork,
Uh-huh.
and then last year they contacted us and said they could not find anyone who could claim it, so they said we were welcome to keep it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So can you tell them a little bit more about this?
Oh, okay. The Japanese pilots were called kamikaze because a lot of times they would do one-way missions. They knew they weren't ever going to go home.
Suicide mission.
Yeah, they were basically there to bomb the enemy and destroy as much as they could. So apparently what happened was this pilot, they think, probably was flung out into the water when his plane was shot down. And he had this in his pack, and then from there it just changed hands a number of times until the soldier from Vineland was able to get it and bring it home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the rarest things I've seen.
yeah. Yeah, we were hoping to get the language translated. I had a young man of Japanese descent in here one day, and he told me they were mostly signatures, probably from the pilot's hometown.
Yeah,
So-
that could be.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're written in different,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So that's the one you got? The US thing?
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
Oh, from the food kits, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Canteen knife.
Yeah, canteen. We got one of these
Ah,
too.
okay.
That is so cool. Let me see this one. Do Your Bit by Liberty Bond.
Yeah, Vineland sold more war bonds during World War II than any
Right.
other town in America.
No, oh, they're
The food stamps,
No.
stamps, is that what he's looking at?
he's asking if these were gold.
Oh, no, just,
They were like I don't know, what were they?
sort of, like a tin finished and then just gold painted or
Gold painted.
covered.
Yeah.
This gentleman was Admiral Wallace Beakley. He was another Vineland man. He served, in the Navy.
Right.
And he's very famous for protecting the coast of China from Japanese invasion during World War II.
Okay.
And that particular medal that you're filming is the Dao Pai, or Dao Ping rather.
Palting.
Yeah. He's, as far as we know, only one of 2 non-Chinese people to ever receive that award from the
A Republic
Chinese
of China.
government.
Yeah.
So,
That is beautiful. That's great.
yeah. So hopefully by the time you guys are older, there will not be any more wars. I keep praying for that.
Yeah, I
Monday.
keep praying for it too. You know.
When you got one of these?
Yeah.
What was this about?
That was civil defense, an armband that they wore when they went around telling people, hey, shut those lights out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
And then here was the consolidation of Vineland,
Let me just take a picture of the lady.
Red Cross.
Yeah. Because they did their part.
Yep.
Just like the man.
Yeah, this is when they stuck the borough of Vineland and Landis Township back together again to create Vineland, the largest small town in New Jersey.
Wow. The largest
In area,
small town in New Jersey.
yeah, 69 square miles approximately.
Huh.
Okay. I'm not putting the lights on, guys, because you really won't see any better, they're so bad.
That's fine.
Yeah, so anyway, this is the Landis group. Okay, now to go back to the Landis family. They were so crazy, they made the Kardashians look normal.
Are you serious?
Seriously. Mr. and Mrs. Landis were only married for about 8 years.
Uh-huh.
They had 4 sons. Unfortunately, the oldest one died from a disease called cholera when he was about a year old.
Uh-huh.
So that made Mrs. Landis very unhappy,
Uh-huh.
and their marriage started to fall apart. That happens sometimes when you lose a child like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But what happened was, they stayed together long enough so that a local newspaper editor started writing all these bad stories about Mrs. Landis and how she was crazy, and about Mr. Landis, about how mean he was. So what happened was, Mr. Landis picked up a gun one day and he went and shot the newspaper editor in the head.
Wow.
And he went to trial, and he became the second person in America to get off on a verdict of temporary insanity.
Wow.
But after that, they got divorced, and the boys lived with their father, because in those days, since the father was the only person who worked and
Yeah.
made the money, he was the one who supported the family.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, after Mrs. Landis left, Mr. Landis brought in his sister, Matilda, that charming looking lady up there,
That's Matilda?
yeah, to look after his sons.
Wow.
And Matilda wasn't at all maternal. She didn't like kids, she liked money.
Huh.
So she prejudiced her brother so much that by the time he died in 1900, she actually had the 2 younger boys, Richard and James, kicked out of the will,
Are you
and
serious?
she wound up getting 3/4 of her brother's estate.
Wow. How can she do that?
Well, she, like I say, she didn't like kids, she liked money.
Wow.
And just about everything in here comes from the Landis family homes in Vineland and in Seattle. The book collections are Mr. Landis's.
Wow.
He was a very well-read, very intelligent man.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. Interested in a lot of different subjects.
Spirit of laws.
Mm-hmm.
He was real know about the law.
Mm-hmm.
Washington.
Yeah, he became a lawyer before he was 21.
Jesus. Mayor Voyages. That would be what the.
Oh, he loved everything. He loved science fiction. In fact, he even wrote a science fiction novel.
Did he?
Yeah. It's called The Trip to Mars.
Trip to Mars?
Uh-huh.
And look at that. We landed on Mars.
Well, back then it was a big deal because they were just figuring out the whole flying thing, so.
Yeah. These are beautiful books. You keep it real nice here, I tell
Thank you,
you.
sir.
You really
We
do.
try. It's a labor of love.
You really do. Er-
We'll go through here.
Oh wow. This is made out of glass or
That's a Victrola, an earlier one. The way it worked was, guys, you would take one of these little cylinders out of there
yeah.
and put it on here, and you'd crank it up,
Yeah.
and then you would drop the horn, which has a little needle down on the end here, and that's how the music would play.
That is so cool.
This is our Native American collection dedicated to the Lenni Lenape, who
Oh.
lived all through this region very peacefully for many years before the European immigrants decided to move here and take over.
It's funny you say that. I came in this room, I feel more, I don't know.
A connection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peaceful.
Well, they're finding out more and more that the Native Americans really did understand how to live on the land and live in peace with things, as opposed to the hustle and bustle of making money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Even I mean they knew about crystals, you
Yeah.
know, all that.
yeah, healing.
The healing,
Yeah.
yeah, all that is
The mosaics on this wall were created by a local man named Harry Perkins, and they're all made out of arrowheads, little tiny arrowheads called bird tip arrowheads.
little small ones.
Yep.
And these will be like the what they cooking.
Mortar and pestle when they ground up the corn to make
Yeah.
the cakes for cooked over the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell. I mean, I didn't know. It just came out of my head.
Yeah, a little bit of historic trivia. The first Indian reservation in America before we were even a country was located about 7 miles north of Hamilton. A
Wow.
little area called Indian Mills.
Never knew that.
Yeah, and they tried to get the Native Americans to live there, but it didn't work.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool. And these people were so intelligent, you know.
Yeah.
They just
They used everything.
yeah they
Didn't waste anything.
never wasted nothing.
Right.
That's why I remember I told you that we got a few Indian stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling you they never wasted anything.
Right.
Nothing.
And if they had to kill a buffalo, they expressed thanks to the buffalo for
Yeah.
giving up his life,
And the deer too.
and the deer, right?
Remember these, Angel?
Yeah. And that's what they used to.
Yeah. That would be an axe, if I'm not mistaken, like is that right? That would be like this one looks like more like an axe. You put the thing here, bow. Beautiful bow. You can make your own bows, you know?
Yeah, I know a gentleman who's an archaeologist, and he actually does the, what do they call it, the flint knapping to make the arrowheads and stuff.
Yeah, oh, look at all the arrowheads right on top of you.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. And it's funny because people don't even know how much good stuff you guys got here.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously, people,
Well,
they just
having
don't
been-
know.
Having been closed down by COVID this past year, like everybody else, we're just starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to do like a fair or stuff so people can start.
Yeah, we're gonna try and have an open house maybe in September of this year, so,
That would be cool.
yeah.
I
So,
mean, it definitely makes with
This way?
everything. Oh, this is a mosaic, right?
yeah. Done by Mr. Perkins.
Perkins, yeah.
Yeah.
He was real talented, so he's all over the Indian. And on the trail.
This one.
Look at this chair right here.
I like that.
New come. Look how old this chair was.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's real.
Nurse's uniform from World War I,
Huh?
He's looking at the nurse's uniform from World War I.
And the chair. The new come chair.
That's from Little Newcomb Hospital.
Right? Wow. They should have left that place there.
Well, they should have left a lot of things in this town, sir, that they don't quite understand what they did.
Yeah, I mean, they did great, and that's where I was born,
Practically everybody was.
and they did a better job than.
Yeah.
So these will be the old
like I said, we give them a special room because after the war ended,
Yeah.
Mr. Landis had advertised so well, he got about 5,000 veterans and their families to move here. So the population really grew.
To how much?
To about 6,000 or 7,000 people.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
But one of the coolest things to me, guys,
Yeah,
is the
those
fact that most everything that you see here came directly from the hands of the Civil War veterans to us.
Wow.
Because by that time, our society had already been around for about 4 years. So,
That is cool. And are you in the same? Are you in the society?
I'm the curator here, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I've done for most of my adult life, is this kind of work.
I mean, it's not such a bad work.
No, I'll take it.
Nice and calm feeling. I would love to have a work like this. Museum.
You know the big statue over on Landis Avenue down at the boulevard, where the train tracks are? That gentleman was a veteran of the Civil War, and that photo was taken in 1911 when the town was 50 years old. And this saddle over here, this was ridden by Major Washburn at the Battle of Antietam. And you can see here where a bullet came in through the back, shot him right in the hip. And there's the bullet up there in that little box, because they didn't throw out anything in those days.
Yeah. Wow. Can I
Yeah.
see that?
The bullet.
The bullet went through here
Yeah, it came through, hit him in the hip,
in the hip. Wow. And that's the bullet.
and that's the bullet.
And he was he fine?
Well, he survived, but then what happened was, because medical treatment was so bad in those days, they never disinfected anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The medical treatment when they removed his leg is what killed him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they really didn't have. That's what killed a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is crazy. So the bullet came right here,
through there, yeah.
and you can see it
Mm-hmm.
right back here. You see it right there?
And if you look out the window here, guys, this is the
That's
first house that was ever
Mhm.
built in Vineland in 1862.
That's the saddle he rode. The bullet right there. Yeah, that's the first house, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Try to get better.
Maybe from this other window over here, sir, you'll get less glare.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it a couple times. He's got it. Stay right there, Angel. The first house,
Yep,
and you got it.
and we got it. Those are just some leftover Indian artifacts I have to
Yeah.
put in storage. So, okay, guys, so that's where we are.
Thank you very much.
You're
it
welcome.
was a great experience.
My pleasure.
Let's go. Which way? should we
We're gonna
go?
go right down the stairs here,
Okay.
sir.
It is.
I don't know if it's open.
The kamikaze thing was
Yeah.
probably the best.
Yeah,
Not the best, but I would say it would be like
interesting.
that you. Yeah.
I don't know if they're having tours yet, but the boys might enjoy a visit to the Palace Depression
Uh-huh.
over on Mill Road,
Okay.
which they finished rebuilding it last year. And they might be holding tours. They have a Facebook page, so you can go ahead and check out.
Yeah, and you got and you guys don't ask for much. You just cut, whatever you can afford.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a real budget, I could do miracles with this place, but I'm
I
happy
know.
just to be able to keep it going.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I just don't understand why the
Nobody-
city won't
Well,
do something.
the city doesn't care about history.
That's crazy.
They have no sense of community. They make no effort to get the people together.
And how can we get that going?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I have talked to members of the Latino community, for example,
Right.
and told them that I was interested in having family stories and records and photographs. It doesn't have to be the originals, it can be copies.
Copies, yeah.
But people are still so suspicious that they just have never really come forward.
Yeah.
And I hate to see that, so.
Well,
So,
if you ever need me to talk to
Okay.
somebody, I could come,
okay,
and relax them and so
Okay,
forth.
yeah.
Because some Spanish people are scared,
yeah, and I understand that because when the Italians first came here, it was the same situation. They
Yeah.
didn't trust anybody if they weren't related to them.
Exactly, that's how it is,
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So that's why I wanna make sure everybody gets representation, at least to some degree,
Yeah.
so. We can head on down, fellas?
Okay. You're going to give me your business card?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And with just a little bit of budget she has, this is like beautiful. Like seriously, seriously.
It's nice to be appreciated.
No, it is. It really is. With a
I'm gonna
little
get
bit
a
of
little-
budget.
A little something here for you guys.
And Vineland has a lot. I mean, they don't have a lot of money, but they could sure as heck,
Yeah.
preserve the history of this town.
I'm gonna give you guys a copy of the book that Mr. Landis wrote. You might enjoy reading that one.
Wow, Mars, that's pretty cool. Thank you very much.
Take anything that's on there, it's all literature for distribution. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
That's me.
That's her. Well, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. You guys enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, and thank
You-
you for coming to visit.
You too.
And I don't know if you noticed it, but that's our little free library,
Oh yeah,
and
I
it's
noticed
always
that.
open.
I noticed that.
Just come in, grab a book.
Yeah,
When you're finished, you bring it back
Bring it
and get
back.
another one. There's no fines, no registration, no nothing.
that's
So it's always open.
nice.
So
Beautiful.
it's a pleasure seeing y'all.
You
Thank
too. God bless you.
Take care.
This
Just call me Pat. It's a lot
Pat.
easier.
Okay, Pat. That's a nicer name, Pat. Patricia Martellini.
Martinelli.
Italiano. Yeah,
Yeah, it goes a long way back down here in South Jersey.
yeah.
So
All right. Thank you for the great tour.
bye bye.
I'll put this on YouTube.
Thank you.
Like this.
See, there was so much.
She gave you a whole tour for $5.
I took a Ruger.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you, take it back. Beautiful building, and everything she does it herself. Big building, and she's a mason, you know that, right?
What's that mean?
Mason. Mason.
Smart people.
People from the history.
Oh.
I called her when she said, "Oh, you're one too." She kind of stopped. Then, when I showed her the so. Well, that was a nice